Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this look right here. This is my first Valentine's Day look that I'm creating. And it was supposed to originally be just a simple or like soft kind of an eye look, but it turned out to be a smoky halo eye. But I really like the way it turned out, and well, I hope you guys like it too. So if you want to know how to achieve this look, then please keep watching. Okay, first I'm going to be going in with my NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I'm just taking a very small amount of that and popping that on to where basically makeup would cake, as in like the T-zone, and then I just proceed to put the rest of it like just around my face, just to give my face that really hydrated feel, because, you know, I'm about that dry skin life. I recently just started using this primer, but I can say that it really does a good job of becoming tacky to the skin and really just setting everything in place. So I love putting it under my eyes because it really seems to do the job of decreasing the chances of it creasing under there, so that's a good thing. Next for foundation, I'm going to be going in with my L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation, Infallible, and I'm just going to be, dotting that all over my face. I was being lazy, like I didn't want to do it with my finger because it's just me, or is that like extremely tiring? Like it takes a lot of time to just, spread that over your face with fingers, so I'm literally just like pouring drops onto my face. Now I'm just taking my Morphe Beauty Sponge and blending all that foundation all over my face. I'm just going to make sure that everything is pressed into the skin very nicely so nothing looks like it's just on the surface, if you know what I mean. So now I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and I'm just applying that to wherever I think I need coverage and wherever I would want to highlight my face. This concealer, being that it's only like $3 or $4, something like that, it is actually so good. Like I've been using it nonstop. It's so creamy and it's very medium to buildable coverage. So right here's a little trick that I do. I'm just outlining the cheekbones so that the outermost parts of your cheekbones are highlighted. That creates a convenient contoured shadow for before you even contour. Here I'm just going back into my beauty blender just to blend out all that concealer. So for my brows, I've actually been using a shadow from the Lorac Matte Pro palette, the mini one. It's the very black one, and I just use it to fill in the sparse areas, especially near the arch, and then kind of just create the outline near the front of the brow, and then create upward strokes to create a very natural inward fade look. Now that both brows are done, I'm going to be going into this Too Faced gingerbread palette from the holiday collection, and it smells like gingerbread. And I'm going to be going to this ginger cream eyeshadow, which is a very like creamy nude beige color, just to kind of create a very clean base for the eyes. So I'm just blending that all over my lid and just up towards the brow bone. So here I'm going into my BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette, and that was me pouting because I need a new one. But I was going into the very taupey, cool mauve shade and just using that to define my crease. And so I'm going to be swooping my shadows into a V-like shape, or almost like a cat eye shape. Not a strong one for this look, but a very subtle one. I just continue to blend and keep building up the shadow until I get the color payoff that I want with it. And then I start to slightly take the shadow above the crease, just slightly, and create more of the swoop. So now I'm going into this Smashbox Double Exposure palette, and I'll be going into this very cool red burgundy shadow. It has some shimmer to it, and I'm just packing that on to the outer corner and then the inner corner of my lids. I apologize, I didn't realize that my face was going to be basically midway out of the frame for like half the video while I was doing my makeup, but that's why I gave you a close-up of the shadows anyway. I then go into the two light pink shimmer shadows from the palette, and one of them has a very like yellow gold tint to it, while the other one is a very rose pearly shimmer. So I mix those two together and just kind of pop that between the burgundy red shadows. I also sprayed my brush with some setting spray after dipping into the shadow just to give it a more intensifying metallic look to it. Here I'm just going back into the same cool red burgundy shade just to kind of outline the crease with it to go over the inner and outer corners again so that we don't take away from that shadow. Next I take the plum red shade, which is a matte shade, and kind of just put that on the outer corner of the whole eye look. I swoop that darker shade out too and then take that above the crease and kind of just blend it out up there just to give the whole eye look a little bit more dimension and depth. Now for my lower lash line, I'm using that same red matte shade, and I'm using that to line my waterline really closely to it. I always use a darker shade to line my waterline when I want more of a smoky, deeper eye look. Right here, I'm going back into that same cool red burgundy shade that we used on our lids earlier, just to kind of smoke out the lash line right under that red matte shade that we just used close to the waterline. Here, I'm going into the same two light pink shades that we used on the center of our lids to pop that on to the center of our lower lash line. For the inner corner highlight, I'm using the very first Rose Pink Champagne Shimmer Shadow from the Carly Bible palette. So I coated my lashes with mascara, and now I'm going into this LA Colors I Love Makeup contour palette, and I took that top right cool contour shade to contour the hollows of my cheekbones, and I'm taking that warmer bronze shadow to bronze up my face. So I'm just bronzing up the perimeter of my face, just all the hollows, and then I'll be going back into that contour shade just to coolin it up a little and to make sure that everything is nice and chiseled. Here I'm taking that same contour shade that we used for the face to contour the nose, and I'm just running that along from where my brows begin to the tip of my nose. I'm narrowing the appearance of the contour by making two marks inwards by the front of my nose and then right under the tip of my nose to bring it up a little. Now I'm just using my fingers to blend the contour in so there's no harsh lines. The warmth of our fingers actually helps a lot when it comes to blending things in. And now I'm just using my beauty blender to sink it all in. Here I'm cleaning up the outer edges of my eyeshadow just to create a clean, crisp line. Now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild blush. It's called Mellow Wine, and it's a very taupey rose color, and I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks. Needed them, peace of mind. And then just ever so lightly softening it up with my beauty blender just to make sure it's not harsh. Came back from putting on falsies, and I love them. They're from Remy Iris Lashes. And now I'm putting on highlight, and this is from the Carly Bible palette, the very rose pearly champagne highlight. Applying that to the high points of my cheeks and the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then my cupid's bow. Finally, for lips, I'm removing all that foundation off of them, prepping my lips with Vaseline, and then I'll be going in with this NYX lip liner in dark red. First, I'm lining my lips with the lip liner, then filling them in entirely. You lay back, cold shower with the music on, hoping the sounds will drown them out till you're sober now, fighting. And to top that off, I'm going to be going in with this NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in lace detail and pop that on in the center just to give it a bit of a matte formula and a mauve-y nude tint. Don't waste your time with looking back. I'm finishing off my look by setting it with the Maybelline Masterfix setting spray. And as a finishing touch, I'm just going to be applying more highlight, because if you want that extra glow, you gotta go for it when the area is wet. That makes it all the more radiant. And that's it for this look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this a thumbs up. See you guys in my next video.